heavier.
Fold it up, stick it in your pocket, and when the cops come around, boom, right there. You don't have to carry around a whole folder for the case law, the Fourth Amendment, all this shit.
He said a folder.
I carry it.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, dude. When we go somewhere and
yes, he does.
No, Mr. America, know your Second Amendment rights. Knowledge is power.
Yeah, I carry a folder. When we're in an area where I think the cops are messing with us, I got a folder that talks about disorderly conduct and failure to ID and all that. What's going on, man?
How y'all doing? Good, yourself?
Hey.
What's this about?
Open carry.
What's that? Second Amendment rights.
You know, we're about to get open carry. Went through the legislature. It's still got to go back to the House for one final confirmation vote. Then it's going to go to the governor. He's going to sign it. He already said he would. So, you got a CHL. Now, you don't have to keep it concealed. You'll be able to put it on your hip. Now, it won't start until January 1st, but still.
I live here, so I was going to put this on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Okay. You want me to say all that again?
Yeah.
Okay. The open carry legislation passed the Senate. It's already passed the House. There was a little clerical problem, so it's got to get kicked back one more time. But that's just a formality. It's going to pass, and it's going to get signed by the governor. He already said he's going to sign it. So, if you have a CHL, it's not going to be a concealed license anymore. It's going to be a any way you want to carry license. So you can still conceal it, or you can put it right on your hip and carry it right out in the open. And that's what we're here for. We're going to let everybody know that that's the law, that's what's coming, and it's going to be perfectly legal, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Now, since you live here, we want to get everybody's opinion of those that live here, because I live here too. What do you think about it? Because Quanell said this is a white man's only bill. I'm not a white man. I live in this neighborhood. I grew up here. I used to catch that transit center going to work, mile down the road. You know,
I mean, honestly, I think it's a good idea. It's just that a lot of, how can I say it?
Say it straight up.
Just say it straight up. How you feel?
A lot of black people are scared to do it because we feel that
But that's why they put in the clause that they're not, the police are not able to stop you just because you're carrying and messing.
I understand that. You understand? But like, when y'all go home,
we got a whole group of people.
And these people who live here actually have to walk up and down the streets. It's a totally different story.
Well, day and night. Yeah. It's very rare that I actually get to talk to a black man who just say it that blunt.
Yeah.
So let's talk this out, see what we can do about it. What do we do to fix that? Because I'll tell you flat out, honestly, I don't have to worry about it too much in my neck of the woods where I live. Right. But if I did, I'm not going to put up with that shit. Right. So what do we do? How do we fix that? Is there any fix it?
Honestly, I have no idea. Because fear has a lot of power. Right. And a lot of people are scared. Even those who are not scared, they think about their children. Yeah. If I start this BS with these police, and my kids walking back and forth to school, or my family, or when I'm driving back and forth, getting pulled over. So fear has a lot of power. You know, some people, they rather not just deal with it completely to leave it alone.
Open carry Texas!
Deal with the repercussions that might come. Right. Now, all cops are bad, but you know, some cops are. And like they say about us, the good cops fit the description of the bad. It's like what they say about us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'll tell you flat out, I have inside information because I come from a family full of cops. And all my cousins at one time or another have told me, you bet, there's some bad ones out there. And so I don't just think it, I know it because I've been told by men on the inside. Now let me ask you this, tell me if you think this would help. There's a part of this law, it's actually going to say in the law that it's going to be a whole section all of its own that says the police cannot stop you just because you're carrying a gun. They have to have something else.
Yeah. Probable cause.
Right. Probable cause, reasonable suspicion. They have to think you broke the law. They cannot just walk up to anybody and say, hey, you got a license for that? And that's going to be written in the law. It was already that way, but that's Supreme Court decisions and the Fourth Amendment. It's harder to make that case. If you've got that law printed out, folded up in your pocket where you can whip it out, here it is. Do you think that would help or not really?
Not really. You know the problem with probable cause in our community? I'm a cop, and so you live in this community. I can make anything you do probable cause to message you.
That's right.
And then it's your word against mine from the police officer.
I say flat out.
So I can say
the law is very different for people who can hire lawyers.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Yeah, I can say it looked like you swerved a little bit. That's probable cause to me.
I've had that happen to me.
I can say you look like a suspect that we're looking for, and that's probable cause. So at the end of the day, a lot of people don't want to deal with all the stuff that comes with it. That's pretty much what it is.
I don't know how else to say this part except just come out and say it.
How you doing, sir?
Would it help to give? Would it help to give the folks in this area to help them start expressing their rights?
Oh,
If folks from other parts of town that look like me showed up and walked with me, would that help? Or is it going to go right back to being the way it was?
no, you're right.
I have no idea. It might help while you're here, but when you leave, you probably go back to it's not you here, and it's not y'all here with these signs, you know, representing what y'all represent. It'll be the community you can have with them.
As long as the community learns what their rights are.
When you say fear, what you're talking about is a black man with a gun.
No,
You're not being scared of that.
right. When I say fear, is anybody walking down the street in this community with a gun? Right. Police let them do.
Because just because they're in Fifth Ward, they got a gun, they must be up to no good, right? That mindset.
They might be probably calling.
That's all I want.
And see, our purpose out here is to change that,
Right.
to get people more aware of it, get used to seeing the idea of it. Like I said, I live here same as you, you know, I gotta walk these streets same as you. Well, I got a car now, but before.
That's why I had to pull over.
Appreciate it, brother.
So here's the deal. I mean, you guys live here.
I'm Frank.
Nice to meet you, Frank. So the question is, I mean, you guys live here.
It's good to meet you, Frank.
Miguel.
I got my shotgun.
What can we do to make it so that you can do
Yeah, I do.
what I do with mine?
I think you're doing it.
This?
I mean, it starts here. Nobody's done this before, so whatever. To get to that point, they got to start here. Don't respect no easy ride, that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Don't expect this to be easy. Here, this community.
Anything worth doing?
Yeah.
Damn sure.
You got to, I mean, it starts here. So what you're doing is good. I got it. It might take a couple of years, and it's going to take a while. Y'all doing this now, and people seeing it, so it's going to take, it's other people in this community that feel the same way you do. So maybe you that voice.
What you should do is load up and come join.
No, not today. No, not today.
You're more than welcome to.
My car, get away without them following me.
Well, they're going to stick around here.
Yeah.
Let me get a picture of y'all guys.
Yeah, sure.
Put it on Facebook.
That's right.
Misty, Chris.
They take a whole bunch.
With the Second Amendment.
There's a lot of stuff they take from us that we have. See how he's back?
Yeah. If you want to put on your shotgun and join us, you're more than welcome to.
I just need to get a slate. That's what I told him. That's what I told him. Check it out. Check it out. He got a shotgun. That's all we
That's the bad thing to say in this neighborhood.
What you say?
She's working the corner.
I'm working the corner.
I'm working the corner. Know your rights though. That's why we're out here. Right. That's why we're out here.
More
Yeah,
importantly,
let's take it in front of the sign.
exercise them rights. It's real simple.
Let's take it in front of the sign.
A right